Contractions and dilations. Labor and delivery is the process of giving birth to a fetus and placenta. Labor involves continuous, progressive contractions of the uterus that change the cervix so that the fetus can come out. There are 3 stages to labor. 1. The first stage ends when the cervix is completely dilated at 10 centimeters. 2. The second stage ends with the delivery of the fetus. 3. And the third stage ends with the delivery of the placenta. The first stage of labor can be lengthy, lasting from a few hours to several days. It consists of 2 phases, the latent and the active phase. The latent phase is characterized by the gradual intensification and frequency of mild and irregular uterine contractions. During the active phase, contractions occur regularly every 3 to 5 minutes and last about 45 to 60 seconds, beginning at around 3 to 4 centimeters of cervical dilation. During the first stage, the uterus rhythmically tightens, which causes the cervix to thin and shorten, called effacement, and open wider, called dilation. The cervix must reach a dilation of 10 centimeters to allow for a vaginal birth. Engagement. The process of giving birth vaginally involves the fetus making a series of movements known as the cardinal movements of labor. The cardinal movements of labor include 1. Engagement. 2. Descent. 3. Flexion. 4. Internal rotation. 5. Extension. 6. External rotation. 7. And expulsion. Engagement is when the fetal head moves down into the pelvis and enters the pelvic inlet, upper opening of the pelvis. This happens gradually in the last few days and weeks of pregnancy. The degree of engagement depends on the size of the mother's pelvis and the size of the fetal head. Full engagement is reached when the fetal head has descended to a level of the ischial spines in the mother's pelvis. Engagement sometimes cannot be achieved if the fetus is not in a head-down position.
Descent and flexion. As contractions continue, the fetus is pushed further down into the maternal pelvis. However, the fetal head encounters resistance from the pelvic bones. To more easily fit through the birth canal, the fetus accommodates the most narrow part of the head, known as the crown or vertex, to the vaginal opening by flexing the neck and tucking the chin into the chest. These movements, known as descent and flexion, respectively, are the second and third cardinal movements and occur during the second stage of labor. Internal rotation. The 4th stage of giving birth is called internal rotation. In this stage, the baby's head turns so that it faces either the lower back or front of the mother's pelvis. Usually, the fetal head faces downwards towards the mother's tailbone and lower back. This position ensures that the fetal head fits well with the mother's pelvis. If the fetal head does not turn and is facing sideways or diagonally in the birth canal, it can make childbirth harder and increase the risk of problems during delivery. Extension. The 5th stage of the cardinal movements of labor is called extension. During this stage, as the widest part of the fetal head passes through the narrowest part of the birth canal, the fetal head lifts and the neck extends backward. This is due to the force that the mother exerts on the fetus by pushing and the pressure on the fetal head and neck from the pubic symphysis. External rotation. The sixth stage of the cardinal movements of labor is called external rotation. Once the fetal head is out, the fetus naturally rotates back to its previous position. This rotation is necessary to align the fetal shoulders with the longest diameter of the pelvic outlet, which is the lower opening of the pelvis. This facilitates the delivery of the rest of the fetus. Expulsion. The final stage of labor's cardinal movements is known as expulsion. During this phase, the rest of the fetus is delivered. First, the shoulders are delivered, usually one at a time. The lower shoulder typically exits first in cases where the fetal head rotated to face the maternal sacrum. The rest of the fetal body is delivered rather quickly.
Placenta delivery.
The third and final stage of labor is the delivery of the placenta. This stage often lasts less than 10 minutes, but can extend up to 30 minutes. Mild contractions will continue to occur, which helps separate the placenta from the uterine wall and expel it from the body. To aid in this process, the healthcare provider will gently pull down on the umbilical cord and press down on the abdomen over the fundus, or top, of the uterus. Once delivered, the placenta will be examined to ensure that it is intact and that there are no remaining fragments in the uterus that could lead to bleeding or